Buena gente, bienvenidos al primer video en este canal. Así es, el primer video y esta vez...
Oye, es tu primer video. Imposible que hayas grabado otro antes. Quizás...
voy a jugar para empezar este canal Red Dead Redemption. Sí.
Espero que sea de la PS4. ¿Ah?
Voy a jugar modo normal.
O sea que, ¿no quieres jugar con mayor dificultad?
No, después voy a jugar otros modos después, cuando...
¿Está bien? Explícate mejor.
Cuando sea el momento de por decirlo una forma, sacarse todos los trofeos, ahí me voy a dedicar a jugar los otros 3 modos que quedan.
Espero que seas un hombre de palabra.
GTA Vice City, GTA San Andreas, pues vamos a jugar varios tipos de cosas, así que... vamos. A ver, la historia, la típica gente que se quería ir al parquiño para pasar el rato. Vamos a subir un poquito el volumen, si no escucho nada. No quiero estar a sordas con este pinche juego. A Roberto que era ayuda, sé que era uno de esos, pero no me acuerdo quién era específicamente. Así que vamos a ver qué es lo que es eso. A beneficio del tabaco. Loco, te pusiste al medio, ¿cómo quieres que no te muevas? Lógicamente que si te ponías al medio de alguien y justo el otro está caminando, lógicamente te van a echarte a la cresta, ¿no?
Sí, es muy lógico.
Pero Rockstar presenta.
Como le daría a la mujer de blanco.
Solo voy a decir que es linda la ropa. No, que me gusta más la época del 2020. Creo que es mucho más elegante. Mucho más elegante que la ropa de él.
Sí, tú y tus fetiches de los años 20.
Mucho más. Por ahora todo está tranquilo, relajado. Lo único que me pide es que me suba a ese tren. Y si es que automáticamente se vendrá siendo mi personaje, si es que no me acuerdo. Si es que mi memoria no me falla.
Sí, ese es el protagonista.
Red Dead Redemption. La denunciación de la muerte roja.
Ahora que lo traduces, realmente es raro el nombre.
Julio ahí en el tren ahí todo relajado.
I could not agree with you more, my dear. My daddy settled this land, and I know he'll be looking down on us.
Ya.
We help the nation.
Ok, por lo visto llegó el tren al campo. Así que vamos a ver qué cresta sucede en el campo.
Ah, en serio, no me di cuenta.
Father, do you mean unless an innocent receives communion, they're destined to go to hell?
Ya.
Only seems fair.
What I mean to say, Jenny, is that there is a great deal of difference between an innocent and a savage.
Pero,
I never thought of it that
¿y
way.
cuál es esa diferencia?
Like animals, but they're happier now.
Que tú eres el inocente y nosotros tus salvajes pensamientos.
Not only do people
Humano?
now have motor cars, Father, but I heard that pretty soon we will be able to fly.
No, only angels can fly, Jenny.
Ya, ok.
No, apparently people can fly. Didn't you hear?
Ya, por lo
Outside,
visto.
a man even got a car to fly.
I hardly think so, Jenny.
Ya, por lo visto el padre es jesuita.
No, la verdad es protestante.
Apparently,
No. ¿Sí?
Mr. Johns wants to run for governor, which is why he's so concerned with cleaning up the state.
Nate Johns.
Yes.
His family is nothing but hillbilly trash that came here after the war. I don't want to be judgmental, but this state should not be ruled by such a disgusting
Te quitaré el
family.
audio porque eso no tiene nada que ver con lo que estamos viendo ahora.
Apparently, the Johns family have made a lot of money, and he has a lot of friends in politics.
Mrs. Bush, money isn't everything. There are many things that money cannot buy.
It seems that money can buy voters, though.
¿Verdad que en esos tiempos el cohecho era algo común y corriente?
You must remember, my dear, is
No,
that
no,
we
no,
have been
no,
brought
eso lo
here to
tenemos claro.
spread the word.
Sí, no unos
The
todos.
word and civilization, they are the same thing. They are the gifts. It is the opportunity we have, the chance to live among people who are decent and who do not kill each other, and who let you worship in peace.
Bueno, lo único que sabemos es que estamos en la época
So
donde...
confusing, Father. Sometimes I find it impossible to make the distinction between a loving act and a hateful one. I mean, they often seem to be the same thing.
Ah, si me ven que estoy viendo para allá es porque aquí tengo la computadora.
A nadie le importa eso. Así que señor editor, elimine el audio de este idiota hasta que hable solo del juego. Lo que me sorprende es que al fin y al cabo pasó todo lo que dijo la pendeja esa. Bueno, ya estamos llegando al destino. Así que, señor editor, creo que ya es hora de darle la palabra al mamerufel oeste.
Por lo visto hemos llegado a nuestro destino. Bueno, el destino del protagonista que estamos jugando, que ni me acuerdo cómo se llama. Así que... démosle, es tiempo de... Ok, mi primer destino es la taberna. Bueno, sí, vamos a tomar... Estábamos con la mejor compañía, ¿no?
Creo que a esto le falta algo. Señor editor, puede ponerlo desde el principio.
Buena gente, bienvenido.
No me refería desde el principio per se, me refería a esto.
Con la mejor compañía, ¿no?
Así es como se hace, para que lo hagas mejor la próxima.
Con Batman. ¡Hey! A la taberna. A ver, ¿qué crees que tengo que hacer? Ah, bueno, está con una cortesana. Marston.
I'm Jake. Your friends from Blackwater hired me to guide you.
Ya.
They ain't my friends, but pleased to meet you, Jake.
Ya, ¿y me van a ir a
The
dónde?
horses saddled up and ready out front.
Ya, ¿a dónde crees que tengo que ir ahora? Voy a ser sincero, no me acuerdo.
Tú y tu maldita memoria.
You ain't gonna find sturdier horses than these in
New
all of
Amsterdam.
New Orleans.
Bueno, sabemos que para entrar al norte siempre es triángulo. Esa siempre ha sido la...
Ain't no point in causing a ruckus.
Lo único que se ha mantenido con el tiempo.
ayuda. Que me dice con el
Lord
uno.
Mercy, you wanna visit?
That's right.
Ain't
Ah,
taken
ya,
nobody
encima
up to
tengo
the
la...
port in a long
Hay que
time.
mantenerlo siempre.
Strange place for a decent fella to want to visit, if you don't mind me saying.
Voy a tener que buscar algo para...
It's been abandoned for years now. Folks say it was built during the Mexican War.
Ya.
Kinds of soldiers around back
Eso fue
then.
en
Why'd they leave?
1800.
I ain't entirely sure. I heard they had to go up north to fight
Yeah.
Indians, or maybe they got tired of being soldiers and went looking for gold.
Pero
You know
típico.
how things is. So what are you doing up at the fort?
I'm looking for an old friend.
Ya.
Well, like I said, you ain't gonna find many folk around those parts these days. Those you do find are about as sociable as an old serrated back tooth. I mean, I ain't one to judge a man by the company he keeps, but...
Well, we have been friends for a long time.
Algunos centímetros más tarde.
Are you planning on spending any
Hello?
time in
Oh.
Armadillo, Mr. Marston?
I doubt it. I ain't planning on staying very long.
Well, if you're fixing for some female company, you can do a lot worse than Armadillo. Fine as cream gravy they are. Not like Thieves Landing. Dang, those girls ain't even fit for a drinking man to hole up with.
I'm a married man, I'm afraid.
Ain't we all?
Unos momentos después.
Yeah, so it was the marshal who hired me. Lee Johnson, do you know him?
I think I heard his name.
Says he got a telegram from some Blackwater big bugs asking for a guide. I guess it's none
Pero,
of my business.
Camila, caballo, mierda.
15 minutos más tarde.
You ain't very
Cuatro veces
talkative,
por día.
are you?
Nope.
I'm just chewing the dog, mister. It's how I am. I don't mean nothing by it.
Trust me. There's things you better off not knowing.
Una hora después.
Damn coyotes. What a
Centrarme en la
waste of
gente.
good meat.
Ah,
Almost
es que cuando pierde el
just
equilibrio,
over
¿no?
this hill.
2 horas después.
Slow down.
Listen, mister. This here is what's left of Fort Mercer. Some gang rode in and took the place over.
Ya.
So I understand.
This is where we part ways, friend. You
Ya.
have yourself a good time.
¿Puedes dejar ese cubo de lado, por favor?
Mejor me centro en el pinche juego. Pienso que estoy muy arriba.
3 horas después.
Ah. Bueno, tenía que haberme bajado. Podría haber sido mucho más rápido, ¿no? Digo.
Yo que tú me centro más en el juego que la silla, o si no, me darás más material para poder entrar.
Ah. Pinche. Pinche idiota.
Bill! Bill, I've come for you!
¿Vienen a matar a Bill?
Bill Williamson! Come out here right now!
Vamos a matar a Bill, el Tito Will.
Wait now, John. Don't make me kill you.
Nobody needs to kill anyone, Bill.
You must think I was born yesterday. You always did think I was an idiot.
Puede ser.
That ain't fair, Bill. You were as my brother. I've come to try to save you.
Oh. Do I look like I need saving?
Bill, please. They want to kill us all. I can help you.
¿Y cómo lo voy a ayudar? ¿Y por
You
qué?
never tried to save me
¿Quién es Bill?
before. You only seemed to save yourself.
Bill, I implore you think about this.
You implore me? You implore me. You always were one for fancy words.
Lo necesito a ti. No.
Well, things are different now, John. Now I'm in charge.
Ya, ¿y eso qué significa?
Dutch.
¿Y
And
qué es Dutch?
more you. Implores. I implores you to go back and tell them to send someone just a little bit more impressive next time.
¿Cómo puedes impresionar un poco?
Well,
Lo malo es que le dieron aquí, no me ven, pero es acá. Así que no lo mataron. Solo lo dejaron sangrando y esperando que los buitres se lo coman cuando muere de verdad, pero aún no está muerto. Así que la verdad no está muerto aún. No creo que el juego haya terminado justo ahí, ¿no? Sería muy raro, pero muy raro. Bueno, lo bueno es que no se está viendo, ¿eh?
6 horas después.
Y no lo encuentro.
Well, you're alive.
Y no está.
seem.
So, how do you feel?
No.
I don't know the polite word for it.
I do. Stupid is the word we use around here. What were you doing?
I was.
It was my cause of this.
Well, you'll be okay. Once you didn't die, the doctor said you'd be fine. You got the bullets out a couple days ago.
Good.
Así que voy a ponerme esto, aunque lo vea morado.
Bueno, creo que es hora de hacer unos cambios en la imagen.
Me lo tomo ahora.
Should have left me there to die.
No, pero
Did you want
Joder, decidete de una vez.
to die? I mean,
me
was
sirve.
that it?
Me sirve,
Is
pero
that
no
why
me
you
sirve.
went straight out to Fort Mercer and picked a fight with the worst bandit in the county? To die, Mr.
Mr. Marston.
Smart
Marston.
Bonnie McFarlane. Miss Bonnie McFarlane.
Well, you may be right, Miss McFarlane. I don't know.
So what were you doing?
Just trying to give Mr. Williamson a chance.
Para.
Old time's sake.
You know Bill Williamson?
Knew him. Long time ago.
Well, what was he like?
Dumb.
Just like you.
Thank you, miss. See my hat?
I have. And, what will you do now?
Now I'm gonna take my time and go after him the less kind way.
Well, that sounds very fun, Mr. Marston. Quite heroic, just like in those penny dreadfuls my brother used to read. Meanwhile, if you'll excuse me, I've got a ranch to run. Of course, if you're feeling better, why not take a ride with me later? Help me patrol the perimeter. You can earn back some of that money we wasted on doctor's bills.
Of course. And thank you for saving my life, I mean.
Next time, Mr. Marston, I strongly recommend you don't try to lose it quite so earnestly.
I'll bear that in mind.
Unos momentos después.
Mr. Marston, back in the land of the living, I see.
A pesar de estar herido, corrí como su... $3 cuadras, 2 cuadras. Así, y sacando además. Así que...
Algunos centímetros más tarde.
There's the foreman's office. It's also where we lock up good-for-nothing outlaws, such as yourself.
I'm happy enough with my current quarters right now, Miss McFarland.
Hop on up. You won't bite.
Como te digo.
Come on, time for you to see what a real ranch looks like.
Ya es que esté en un verdadero rancho.
Vamos a saltar todo lo que no sea importante, pero sí dejaremos la información básica.
To your right is the general store. You won't find Parisian high fashion, but it's good for the essentials.
Very convenient. I don't think I've ever seen a ranch with its own store before.
Y sí, cada vez que saltemos los espacios en blanco, verán la cara de este peje lagarto, junto con mi voz.
And here's the corral. This one's for the horses. What do you think?
I'm no expert, but it certainly looks like a fine corral.
También hay un corral, así que puedo robarle caballos sin problema.
Now, where'd you get such an idea?
First impressions are hard to erase.
Así que, acostúmbranse.
That's the train station. Things sure have changed since the line finally got finished, bringing in all sorts of new folk like yourself.
Is that such a bad thing?
Change is only good when it makes things better.
Además, es la única manera de hacerlo más fluido y no abrumar con los carteles de tiempo.
That's the barn over there. Paul built it himself when I was just a little girl.
Y así hacemos explotar más nuestra imaginación al editar.
And here we are, back at the house. Let's stop for a while before we head out on patrol.
You get no complaints from me, Miss McFarland.
Ahora es momento de hacer lo que queremos.
Del
enfermo. Thank you, ma'am. Getting shot then riding a horse seems to take it out of you.
Bien, me chuté.
I could use a rest.
Sure. Come on in. I'll show you the house and then you can sit for a while.
Sí, claro, sentarse.
Thank you.
No me digas que llegaste tú.
Mr. Marston.
Miss McFarland.
Remember me telling you about the trouble we've been having with rustlers and other undesirables?
I do.
Will you help me keep watch on the property line this evening?
Sure.
We see Dexter is trespassing on our land.
This is a fine weapon.
Come, let's head out. The country is really beautiful at around this time.
Sí, pero apareceré en los momentos picantes.
Que siempre hay que montarse el caballo.
Yo prefiero montarme en otra cosa.
Let's go. Keep your eyes open and try not to get yourself shot again.
Qué bueno que no es un juego H, o si no tú estarías 24/7.
Thank you, Mr. Marston. I feel a lot happier.
Felicidad es lo que recibirás cuando veas mi entrepierna.
Someone's along with me.
I feel a lot happier now I got a rifle.
Well, with your trigger itch and my feminine intuition, we should make quite a team.
Esperemos que sí.
Ya empezó este.
Look, those damn rabbits are at the crops again. Get down and give me a hand, will you?
Creo que maté uno.
A ver, revisión.
Hand, will you?
Come out, wherever you are. Where are you hiding?
Sí, matamos a uno.
Easy now.
Creo que maté uno.
Time to put that bloodlust of yours to good use.
¡Ah! Le doy para porque sí. ¡Idiota!
Good shot.
¿Por qué cargan tanto las balas?
Solo tenemos buena puntería desde lejos.
If it's not the rustlers stealing our cattle, it's the rabbits stealing our crops.
Ah.
It ain't never easy living off the land like this. Maybe you should move to a big city. Become a lady of leisure.
¿Qué hay algo aquí moviéndose?
Damn coyotes are back. You can't afford to lose any more livestock. Kill them, Mr. Marston.
Son los coyotes.
Es hora de contar los disparos.
Sí, ese. Toma. Pero si le di. Pero. Ese no le. No, tampoco le di. Pero. Ahí sí le di. Pero. Ah, bueno. Y.
The last of the coyotes. It's a shame we had to lose any of the chickens. Well, that's enough fun for one night. Let's head back.
Dale.
Algunos centímetros más tarde.
No, you can actually handle a rifle.
It's something I've had a little experience in.
Maybe Bill Williamson did get lucky after all.
Luck didn't really come into it, miss.
You're a useful man to have around the ranch, that's for sure. But don't think I've forgotten what brought you here.
15 minutos más tarde.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Marston. Makes me kind of happy I saved your life.
¿Cuándo llegó el otro caballo?
I will see you in the morning.
Good night, Miss McFarland.
Unos momentos después.
Mr. Marston, how are you doing today?
Well, Miss McFarland. Thank you. How are you?
Well, I'm fine, thank you. So, how are your ribs?
Fine. A little sore, but apart from a couple extra scars, it'll be as nothing happened.
Gracias.
Come in, come in.
Lo encontré igual.
Never did tell me
No
how you
fue necesario decirle si ya está ahí adentro, de decirle siquiera ahí. Se dio la paja de
Yes, I did not.
así como, con permiso. No, ala, entro, qué guay.
I certainly don't mind you asking if you don't mind me not telling. See, it's a complicated and somewhat pathetic tale, and by telling you, not only will I be putting your life in danger, but also threatening the lives of some people that I hold very dear.
Yeah.
Well, I apologize if I seem to be prying.
And I apologize for my reticence. Hope you believe me when I say that it's simply out of respect for you.
Of course, Mr. Marston. I understand that a city dweller such as yourself likes to have some exotic secrets, so us country folk are impressed.
I'm no city man, miss.
Yeah, but I saw you get on the train at Blackwater. You with those gentlemen in bowler hats?
Oh, verdad, estoy.
But I bet you can't ride, Mr. Marston.
¿Qué tal si vamos al segundo piso y te enseño lo que es montar?
I hate to take money from a lady, miss.
Oh, you won't be. I'll race you right now.
If it makes you happy.
¿Por qué no mejor bajas las revoluciones?
We'll see.
No lo haré ya que ahora se viene lo bueno.
On the count of 3. 3, 2, 1.
Espera, ¿qué es esto?
¡Pero pica la caballo de mierda! Ya vas para acá, ¿no? Ah, ya, tengo que seguir el juego.
Esta es tu montada. ¿Y tú qué creías?
Bien hecho, Juancho. ¡Vamos, Juancho!
That was fun.
Eso, Juancho.
You know, you should go pay the marshal a visit in Armadillo sometime. I'm sure he could help you deal with that nice Mr. Williamson.
Sí, puede ser, pero no.
Just do that, Miss McFarland.
You do whatever you think's best, Mr. Marston.
Olvídalo.
Me van a llevar para allá, así que ahora.
How are you?
Good, Miss McFarland. How are you?
I'm well. Would you mind riding with me to Armadillo? I've got to get some supplies and I could do with the company.
Of course.
You can take the reins. It wouldn't do for a terrifying bounty hunter such as yourself to be seen driven around by a woman.
Yo sí me dejaría llevar por una mujer.
Espérate, ¿me está diciendo que yo tengo que manejar?
Sí, ¿que no leíste lo que dijo?
If you don't mind, I'd really like to get moving. You're looking much better, considering you were almost buzzard food a couple days ago.
I have you to thank for that, miss.
Dale, pícale, pícale, pícale.
Kind of terrain.
Vamos a la velocidad de la luz, concha, pero vamos a la velocidad de los caballos.
No pensaste otra cosa.
Aunque casi nos sacamos las crestas, pero frenamos.
Manhattan it is not, but it does okay for us.
Ah, es verdad, siempre.
Most important thing for you right now is getting yourself into Dr. Johnson's office to purchase some medicine.
¿Y por qué te vas a comprar medicina? ¿Y por qué no me dejaste comprar medicina en tu maldito pueblo? Si hay un doctor para medicina.
Será porque no tienes plata, estúpido.
Meet me in front of the general store when you're done.
¿Por qué? ¿Por qué tengo que ir a otro consultorio? Si tenía un consultorio al lado de la casa. Hola. Ah, porque es gratis.
¿Ves? Te lo dieron gratis.
Thanks for driving me. It was nice to be able to enjoy the view for once, and a little company never hurts now and again.
Yes.
More than welcome, miss. Least I can do.
¿Verdad?
Thank you for the medicine.
Why don't you have a look around Armadillo?
Es gratis
You can always take the
porque
stagecoach
la
back
loca lo
to
compró
later.
por ti.
I might just do that. Travel safely, miss.
Try not to get yourself shot. I won't be around to save you this time.
Muy raro.
No podré ver nunca más a Bonnie.
Ya.
Excuse me.
Hey, hey, you got a visitor.
Shut up, you. Now, what you want?
My name's John Marston. You wanted to speak to me.
I did?
Apparently so.
Wow.
Ya.
I guess because we're both in the business of the law.
Parece el sheriff, pues, sí.
You that fella from the train company?
No, I'm from Fort Mercer.
Fort Mercer? You them one of them Williamson boys?
Calm down.
Go on, shoot him, mister. Shoot him.
Come, what, you getting kicked with me, boy?
What's going on here?
I got me one of them Williamson boys.
I got me one of them idiots who give marshals a bad name.
Oh, no. Put your gun down. Be the man from Blackwater.
Yes, sir. Listen, that dog ain't too bright, but he seems loyal.
You want to get out of here for a minute?
Yes, sir, Mr. Johnson, sir.
Pues es que tenía a bueno al lado.
Oh, I done seen enough.
Y ese bueno le puede contar toda la mierda de ese otro.
I think there's some school children down the way you can go and frighten.
Oh, hardy fucking har.
What are you doing here, Mr. Marston? Apart from frightening my deputies.
I'm here to capture or kill Bill Williamson.
Okay.
Can you help me?
He's outside my jurisdiction. He's in the next county.
Ah, ¿y eso qué significa que esté en otro condado? ¿Ah?
Of course, Bill Williamson and his boys have tended to keep themselves away from my town.
Ya.
So you're happy to have him out there?
Well, I ain't happy, but I also ain't suicidal. My job is to keep this town safe, not clean up all of these 3 counties. It's hard enough around here.
You know, I hear you speak, and suddenly I'm reminded of how some of the people I respected most in my life had a problem with authority. What's wrong with you?
Well, I'm sure you and your fine friends have enjoyed spending your time running around pursuing noble causes.
Sí.
My cause is to keep this town from turning into a living hell for the folks who live here.
Vale. Esa es la causa de
We'll
cualquier
have
sheriff, ¿no?
problems, mister, and I'm here doing what I can.
Why? What's happening?
Right now, I got the railway, the people who pay my salary, trying to get me to turn a blind eye to them burning down settlements up there. I got
Yeah.
the cattle rustlers out near Box Canyon needs shutting down. Not forgetting the gang that keeps murdering homesteaders out in the back country. And I got a bunch of hoods over in the saloon, drunk, threatening to shoot up the whole town. That's all I got today. But it's early yet. Give me a couple more days. There'll be more.
All right, tell you what. Let's go deal with them hoods in the saloon. Then we'll discuss Williamson.
Ya.
Okay, boy. You're a persistent little cuss, ain't you?
Only when things matter.
Bueno. Está bien eso.
Algunos centímetros más tarde.
There's the dumb rat bastard now.
Yeah.
See what kind of hole he crawls into.
¿Cómo lo hago yo?
Unos momentos después.
Siguiendo, así que calma. Ya, no es culpa mía que caballo. No es culpa mía que yo corra mal.
Because that ain't how the law works.
Okay.
Right, Marshal.
And alive, he can still talk.
Doesn't sound like he's a man to be reasoned with.
He ain't. But a few days of my hospitality and he'll be telling me what I need to know. One gang's been growing fast.
Outlawing's easy money for easy work.
Chola Springs, Gap Tooth Bridge, these boys get around.
Ya, y eso que se le pega.
But there's plenty more where he came from.
Ya.
Eso significa que tendrás que matarlos.
Headed for Pleasant's house. Let's stop so we can get a better look.
Unos momentos después.
Looks like we got company, boys.
¿Serio? No me digas.
Damn. Take cover.
Joder.
work our way up this hill.
Dale.
6 muertes después.
¡Bomba!
Monster kill.
Adivina dónde te di, hijo de tu madre. Adivina dónde te di.
Sí, todos lo vieron, no es necesario decirlo.
¿Para qué no te caí, hijo? ¿Para qué no te caí, hijo?
Bueno, me ahorro la paja de decirlo.
Why don't you check in with me next time you're in town?
I don't want to be no policeman, Marshal.
Nadie quiere ser policía.
Friend, I can promise you that.
Pobrecito. Hasta pronto, señor Marston.
6 horas y media después.
Mujeres y races.
Espera, ¿por qué tiene mi gorro puesto?
Mr. Marston, I've been hearing about your plan.
¿Y por qué Marston tiene esa ropa?
Have you, Mr. Farley?
Yes, from Lee Johnson. Settle here and build a life for yourself.
I'm afraid those aren't my plans. See, I already have a life. Well, I had one, and I'm trying to reclaim it. Maybe what you could say is that I had 2, and I'm trying to end one of them so the other can survive.
You do so love to talk in riddles, Mr. Marston. Do you do that, I wonder, as a substitute for having anything interesting to say?
No lo sé.
McFarlane.
Oh, call me Bonnie, you fool. Call me Bonnie.
Si quieres, yo te llamo Bonnie.
Ok, Bonnie.
Miss McFarlane, I'm married. I have a son. I had a daughter, but she died. Years before that, I rode in a gang. We robbed banks, trains, held people ransom. We killed people we didn't like. Bill Williamson was in that gang. If I don't capture my former brother in arms, great harm will befall my family.
Sí, es verdad eso.
Ah, y se puso eso después de ayudar a Lady Gonson.
Now, I don't suppose any of this is very interesting to you, but I hope it explains why I wasn't so eager to talk about it.
Yo creo que se va a entender.
No, I do understand.
Oye, ¿no se han dado cuenta de que la voz se escucha doble en todo este rato?
I had no idea. You poor man.
Even in this new country, memories don't really fade.
So,
my father was an illiterate Scot born on the boat into New York. He never saw his homeland, but to hear him talk about it, you'd imagine he only ever ate haggis and wore a kilt.
Haggis. ¿Qué mierda es haggis?
What they had done to his great-grandpa.
El único haggis que conozco es el otro haggis.
Sí, pero ya hemos mejorado bastante el audio para poder sacar todo.
People don't forget. Nothing gets forgiven.
That's true. Especially when it comes to money. And you know, even now, after all his labors, my father's debts are still terrible. I worry every day about us losing the ranch. It would kill him.
My father died when I was 8 years old.
Tal vez en los próximos videos podamos mejorar este pequeño problema que tenemos.
His eyes were, well, let's just say he was blinded in a bar fight south of Chicago. My mother died during childbirth. She was a prostitute and he was her, well, I don't know what he was. So I was sent off to an orphanage and ran away and fell in with a gang.
Bueno, sí, empecé ahí de abajo para arriba, lógicamente que
What a difficult
iba a
life.
ser difícil una vida.
The leader of the gang taught me how to read, taught me how to see all that was good in the world. He was a great man in a way.
But you killed people.
Sure. And I've suffered for it.
Yeah.
That's the life I left. I tried to leave. Said too much, Bonnie.
Shoot.
I'm an uneducated killer, sent here to do all I can do well. Kill a man in cold blood so that another man may do his part to cut crime in an area, and a rich man can be elected governor on the back of these promises.
Civilization is a truly beautiful thing, Mr. Marston. Listen, can you help me?
Claro que sí, te ayudaría en todo, incluso ya tú sabes. Además me salió mi número favorito 69.
Well, I can try.
Okay.
What do you need, money?
No, nothing so complicated.
Puta, tengo $100.
Without the herd to pass.
Y me voy a comprar la casa.
Sure.
La casilla.
Point me in the right
¿Qué mierda está hablando este?
direction.
La casilla. Era la casilla. La casilla, la casilla.
La verdad, en Armadillo hay una casa que está en venta, y gracias a la misión de Leif Johnson y los saqueos de los cadáveres podrá comprarla.
You're not bad with the herd. Ranching might be your true calling, Mr. Marston. Either that or you're a cow in a past life.
Thanks, Miss McFarland.
I'll see you later. I have work to do back at the ranch.
Perfecto, no hay problema.
Mucho más tarde.
Alguien gritó. Oye tú. Oye tú, hijo de puta. Déjale, dona. Déjale en paz, hijo de puta.
I suppose not all men are bad. I won't forget what you did here.
I couldn't just pass.
Lo dejaste en paz. Bueno, le di en la pierna. Le di en la pinche pierna.
La verdad, no, le diste en la columna.
Que con esta ropa de rico me compro esto. Soy rico, tengo mi piecita, tengo aquí una salida para el balconcito, allí para ver todo. Está hermoso esto. Tengo aquí mi camita, tengo aquí mi otra camita. ¿Por qué crees que tengo dos camas?
Para cuando invites a Bonnie a pasar unas buenas vacaciones.
Le decimos que estos dos capítulos se unirán.
No, mejor déjalo tranquilo.
He estado pensando algo.
La justicia me pasó.
Hello? Hello? Armadillo 731?
Sí.
What is it with these things?
No lo sé.
Hello?
Ah.
It's a new line.
De verdad que estoy ocupando el teléfono, ¿verdad?
Sounds fun. What's happening?
I have no idea. If it's important, they'll send someone down like they did with you.
Suddenly, the world is full of days.
Yeah. I remember when we first got here. We used to consider people from Dade County to be exotic. Now guys can get here from the Midwest.
Yeah.
In 6 days.
Things have changed.
Todo cambia.
Way for me.
Lógicamente.
Hello? I don't understand it no more, boy. Honest to goodness.
A ver, uno va en la oreja, el otro va en la boca.
Marshall!
Sí.
¿Cómo que no lo entiendes?
Marshall! I've just been up in the canyon, spying like you said.
Okay,
I think I
ese
seen
tiene
a
el ojo
couple of
claro.
them rustlers. I think it was the Ballard twins and a couple of Mexicans.
They up there right now?
Well, it was a group of poor men rounding up Mr. Gulch's livestock, and none of them looked like any of Gulch's hands, so yes, sir, right now.
That sarcasm's most unbecoming, Eli. It's gonna hold you back in life, even worse than your lazy eye.
Oh.
All right, let's go.
Muy bien, vamos a pelear.
Will you help me?
I will try.
Muy bien.
It'd be my pleasure.
Démosle. Será un placer ayudarlo. El otro día yo estaba haciendo nada y ahora estoy por sacarlo para.
¿Qué estás pensando?
How long you been working for the government, Marston?
I don't work for the government.
Well, I got a telegram from some federal clowns in Blackwater that says otherwise.
Chuta.
Stay with us, Marston. You never know. The Ballard twins might have set up an ambush.
Sí,
To be
creo.
honest with you, Marston, I ain't for all this government interference.
Believe me, Marshall, neither am I.
I try to keep the federal boys happy. I mean, we need all the help we can get. But what does a flannel-mouthed city boy who's never forked a bale of hay in his life know about a state like New Austin?
Nothing, I reckon.
All this manifest destiny hogwash, taming a wild land, bringing modernization and betterments to the West. It's only made the rich richer and the poor poorer. And it's killed a way of life.
Building a factory over a field ain't gonna help nobody I know.
Look at what they've done to the natives for God knows how many years now. It's hardly
Que deberíamos de tener algo que nos represente.
like they're gonna suddenly start respecting a man's right to work his land.
We gotta get to Pike's Basin.
That's different. They're savages.
It ain't that different, Jonah.
A ver, ¿cómo que no es diferente? Bueno, sí, es verdad.
Up or down. Eyes open, boys.
Como unos peluches.
All right, leave the horses here and follow me.
Ok.
Head for the fort.
¿Saco pistola? No. Vamos a sacar
Be ready.
la carabina.
We're probably gonna be
¿Qué es la carabina?
And those
Porque
bastards ain't short on firepower neither.
Let's see how many there are. If we can take them alive, good. If not, smoke the sons of bitches.
lo que vamos a hacer.
Sí, además es hora de ver cuántas personas mata.
Lo vamos a hacer.
Thanks, Marshal. We're indebted to you with our lives.
Just get them cattle back safe.
All right. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you so much.
Well done, Mr. Marston.
Yes, well done.
Bien hecho.
Now, about Williamson.
Sí, y Williamson,
I'll do
¿cuándo?
what I can. You know, as you can see, this country is infested with all manner of scum.
Say that again.
Well, one other thing, Marston. Mr. Johnson, sir. It's Mr. Wes Dickens. He's missing.
Who?
Mr. Wes Dickens, the tonics merchant. He was due in town last week.
Yeah.
Oh, the narcotic and bat piss salesman who cons housewives out of their money with promises of eternal youth.
Yes, him, but I think you're being a little unfair. He's helped many of the county, and many of the townsfolk are really missing him.
You hear that, Marston? We just butchered a gang of thieves. The town is up in arms about a missing snake oil merchant. I am so glad to be serving such a wise and respectable people. Come on, Eli.
Ya. Nos vemos.
No es una mala idea. Yo seré chopper.
You a tough guy, mister? I hope so. We gonna have a showdown.
Así que viene un duelo.
¿Ah?
The only way out for you is down, son. Sit down.
Your opinions.
Espero que sea esa clase de duelo.
¡Había su botón! Hacer el tutorial. Pulse X para permitir el tutorial. No lo voy a pulsar.
Ok, no lo es.
Para defender tu arma, pulsa L2. O bien, voy a mover S3.
No solo es bueno disparando larga distancia, sino que también en masacrar a una sola persona.
Mierda, creo que no me habrían matado. ¿Funcionó? No sé cómo, pero funcionó. Pero bueno, vámonos a hacer la misión de Bonnie. Total, me cayó bien esa loca.
A mí me cayó más que bien, y seré con...
Well, hello, Mr. Marston. How are you?
Vamos a ver, ¿qué pasa ahora? Vamos a ver, ¿qué pasa ahora?
Did you meet my father?
No, primera vez que conozco a tu padre.
Drew McFarland.
Drew
Pleasure to meet you,
McFarland.
Mr. Marston. Please.
Ya, ¿y qué va a hacer Drew McFarland con nosotros?
So, my daughter informs me that you're here on some secret mission to remove some undesirables from the
A ver
county.
qué hace Drew McFarland.
Something like that. I'm grateful for the hospitality, sir.
Well, you know, we've lived here for 30 years now. Came here from the east. The land had never been settled.
Yeah.
For 10 years, we fought the Indians. Tough men. And we had outlaws, and we had drought, and we had smallpox, terrible winters. Cholera.
Hay hartas cosas
Very
que
more my children and I raised.
que están molestando, ¿no?
Sorry to hear that, sir.
I've seen strong men wither and die under that unforgiving sun. That whole herd of cattle just take sick and die. But I've never once doubted my life here.
No, sir.
Yeah.
When I hear about this so-called federal government sending out agents to covertly murder and control people, then I start to worry. I mean, all right, Williamson is a menace, and men like him are the plague. But isn't a government agent a worse menace? And all that symbolizes, I mean.
You may be right, sir.
Vaya
Hey, man, you're always gonna be welcome here.
Sí. Ya, ya.
You tell your friends out east that we don't want to live like that out here. Sneaking around and spying and secret missions. It's preposterous.
Trust me, sir. I agree with you.
Good. Good. Well, we won't insult you any further. Come on, Bonnie, we got things to do.
Mr. Marston, do you want to join us? It's Daddy's favorite pastime. Apart from political discourse, that is.
Breaking in horses. Come on. I hear you're a pretty decent rider. For a city dweller, that is.
Whatcha?
You're gonna need this, Mr. Marston.
Vamos a necesitar lo más importante para cabalgar a caballo.
Let's see if we can put that new lasso of yours to good use. That ranch hand said there's a pack of wild horses nearby.
Entonces yo seré Pikachu.
You sure have some interesting theories on what the government's doing, sir.
Ain't theories, Mr. Marston. I saw the telegram Marshall got from Blackwater. Ain't exactly a state secret and sent you.
Well, is he wrong? I saw those men from the train.
The government can go to hell if you ask me. Those sons of bitches would steal a coin off a dead man's eyes.
Mr. Marston!
He's right. Now, I don't know much about politics.
Please, Paul, can we just enjoy the ride?
Si es por mí, no solo montaría caballos.
We're only as free as they say we are. Power's like a drink. The more you have, the more you want. And there's few men who can handle it.
There's certain things in this country a woman could do much better, if you ask me.
I ain't gonna argue with that, Miss McFarland.
Mucho más tarde.
I like your father.
I'm glad. He's quite a character.
You have a good life here. The life I want. For me and my family, I mean.
We don't have a lot anymore.
You have enough. It's one that gets so many folks in trouble.
It'll sap your spirit and make you poor. But it's straight. And it's decent.
There's no better night's sleep than after an honest day's work.
It's no wonder you look so tired, then.
Some deck must be shy of Joker, Miss McFarland.
Algunos centímetros más tarde.
Who'd have thought you'd be such a natural at busting Broncos?
That was fun.
I think you could be a fine rancher one day. If you can bear to stop killing people for a living.
Si es por mí, no solo montaría caballos.
Well done, Mr. Marston. These are fine horses.
Hey, Bonnie. Amos was saying some horses been spotted somewhere outside of Armadillo.
Let's go, Mr. Marston. We can really do with those horses.
Si es por mí, me quedo todo el día contigo.
You never did tell me why you were never married. Aside from the snobbery, that is.
You sure ask a lot.
I'm just surprised, that's all. You must have been quite a catch.
The fact that you're talking in the past says it all.
No, that's not what I mean. You must have had some suitors, that's all I'm saying.
Some, I suppose. Here and there. A ranch in the middle of Hennigan's Stead ain't really the place to find a husband. Amos, he's a little, well, you know, countrified.
Where'd you get your airs and graces, Miss McFarland?
From a couple of cheap governesses Paul hired to save us from being savages. I'd like to talk about more than just cattle and chickens sometimes, that's all. And after my brother left, it was up to me to become the man of the ranch. He'd never admit it, but my pa's a lot frailer than he looks.
You're worth two of any man I know, miss.
I'll try to take that as a compliment.
Estas son las mujeres que me gustan.
In many ways, my wife is kind of like you, Miss McFarland.
Is that so?
She's always been a woman in a man's world.
You don't talk about her very much. There's my boys. Come on, Mr. Marston.
Hasta que al fin tenemos algo en común.
Thanks for your help today, Mr. Marston. We got some fine horses. You know, why don't you keep that stallion as your own, as a thank you from all of us?
Thank you, ma'am. He's a fine animal.
La diferencia es que yo me voy más por lo mental que lo físico.
Yo voy a dejar esta partida hasta aquí. Espero que les haya gustado. Si es así, no olviden darle me gusta, comenten, compartan, suscríbanse y den a conocer este canal. Yo soy Arcio, esto es DC Love y como siempre no olviden cuidársela.